Berkshire Barrows. Our exhibitors are Addison Brown.
All right, we are back. Kurt's being a dad, helping. He has 2 pigs. He has a daughter and a son that we'll see later. So he's in the back working with them. He'll come back and join us in a little bit. But now we're starting our purebred barrows. If you don't know what a barrow is, it's a traumatic event where they were boars and then they were castrated and then they turned into barrows. And that's what we have here. Purebred. So we're back at, as we started with the gilts, we're back to Berkshire, which is usually black and white stockings.
The 2025 DeKalb County 4-H Swine Show is sponsored by Keystone Cooperative. Keystone's mission is to lead, serve, grow, embrace, and that allows the farmer-owned cooperative to annually invest over $1 million back into programs such as the 4-H organization. Keystone centered on you.
Here's our first for Berkshire. We have 3 classes of Berkshire barrows.
Special thanks to our sponsor of the day, Reinhold Tack and Western Wear. Please make sure you stop out and have a chat with them today.
We have Addison Brown, Troy Walsh, Lou Lance. Lou Lance, he's number 301. He's from J.E. Ober Elementary. Shows pigs and goats. He's got his, he purchased his hogs from LaRue's Farms. Favorite fair food for Lou Lance is pork on a stick. My mom and dad said that's their favorite. I've never had it. And another fun fact about Lou Lance, he's never had short hair before. I don't know what to think of that fun fact. Once again, we have 3 classes of Berkshire Barrow. Now
we transition over here on the
Mr.
barrow
Judge.
side of things for the day. The young man in the black is going to have my class winner, and just comes the most proportioned and best built one within this class. He comes together the smoothest in his lines and his angles. He's still got the most shape. He's got the most balance while still having some build and structural integrity to go along with it. A nice place to start within that class. Young lady there on the far side is going to end up being in 2 and 1 that rivals our class winner from a shape, broad-chested, big-backed barrow here. Wants to get a little off balance in its top line, wants to deviate right there in its shoulder and loin. Doesn't quite transition as smooth. And that one's upper lines is our class winner. Young lady directly in front of me ends up 3. Gives up some body and power right there in the lower 1/3 of that one's skeleton. Not as neat about that one's look and the way that that one comes in the front side of that one's blade. Round out the class here with one that's a little more moderate in its type and kind. Need to peel a little bark off that guy. Need to readjust that one's hind leg. Congratulations to this group.
Peel a little bark off that hind leg. I don't even know what that means.
Berkshire Barrow. Our first place, Jonas Toomer. Second place, Addison Brown. Third place, Lou Lance. And 4th place, Troy Waller.
So,
entering the ring now is Class 20 Berkshire Barrows. Exhibitors are Lane Snyder, Leighton LaRue, Kingsley Carr, and Adeline LaRue.
Adeline LaRue was the grand champion Berkshire
Class
Barrow last
21
year.
Berkshire Barrows to the makeup arena. Colby Fuller, Stella Carr, Katie Maldini, and Brock McCartney. That's Class 29 Berkshire Barrows. Please make your way to the makeup arena.
Now this one's a little different here. These are market hogs. So these are 5 to 6 month old hogs, and they are ready to eat. So it's kind of different where we talked about gilts, where like a good 300-pound gilt might win because it's ready to be a sow. These are just, we want to eat them. And probably in about an hour and a half, I'm going to have about 2 pork burgers out there at the concession stand. But 5 to 6 months old, ranging from $220 to $290. Ideally, I think you wanted a $260. Back in 2000, my pig was $257 and was reserve grand champion. And the grand champion was $259. I don't know why I still remember that.
Don't forget to stop by Reinhold Tack and Western Wear. Thank you for sponsoring, but also get your lucky split 50-50 drawing tickets. The winnings are going to be roughly $10,000. Drawing is on Saturday. You do not need to be present, but make sure you stop out and get your tickets.
Reinhold Tack and Western Wear has been sponsoring this fair since I was a kid. And when you won the showmanship, you get gift cards. And I still have those gift cards. I don't know if I could still use them, but I still have them in my car, ready to buy me a nice woven belt of some sort. Maybe I should check on it and see if they'll accept them. Second class of Berkshire Barrows, ranging from 247 to 254. You can take 3 pigs to the fair, so we're going to see some of these kids more than once.
The Lucky Split proceeds will be used here on the fairgrounds for grounds improvements. So getting your Lucky Split drawing tickets is supporting every kid in 4-H.
Judges ready for the second class of the Berkshire Barrow. Second class out of 3.
Got a nice class winner and individual directly here in the center of the ring. One that comes awesome, and that one's top side shape and spread. Great out of the backside of that one. Shoulder still maintains squareness and true width and dimension there. And that one's lower skeleton balances up naturally good. And that one's slope and angle of that one's shoulder. Just the most appropriate market fundamentals in that particular barra while still staying good enough there in that one's head and jaw and neck up front. The young lady that ends up in 2 has got one Blake back. You like a lot of things about. Lots of power, lots of mass. Lots of just raw shape in that one's upper skeleton. Unfortunately, to that one's demise, wants to get a little straighter and upright, and its shoulder not as good. And the pole and crest, that one on the top side of its neck, need to blend that down, take it down, give it a little more look, blade forward. But I still think one that's got a lot of body and shape there to be 2 in this class. One that comes out in 3 has got one directly out of the gate is this one's demise. Wants to get a little chuffy up front, a little straighter shoulder, and wants to get a little bulldogish there. And that one's front skeleton in terms of openness of shoulder. Doesn't balance and blend quite as well, but a powerhouse in terms of back feature and just width all the way throughout. We round out with one here that gets a little plainer and flatter throughout, but a long extended one. Congratulations to those Berkshire kiddos.
Class 20 Berkshire Barrow placement. First place, Kingsley Carr. Second place, Adeline LaRue. Third place, Leighton LaRue. And fourth place, Lane Snyder.
And we go to our final, the heavyweight division of the Berkshire Barrow.
Entering the show ring now is Class 21 Berkshire Barrows. Colby Fuller, Stella Carr, Katie Malzini, and Brock McCartney.
Ranging from 258 to 284. The winner of this class will then take on Kingsley Carr or Jonas Coomer for the champion Berkshire. Then we won't see them until the last drive, where we put all the purebreds and the crossbred together to determine the grand champion barrow. After this, we have 3 classes of Berkshire, then we'll have 1 class of Chester White, which only has one pig in it. 100 total barrows competing here at the DeKalb County Fair. Most pigs from countries. Here's a fun fact.
Passing out our ribbons and awards right now are Miss DeKalb County 2025, Claire Woodcock. She is a senior at DeKalb High School and is enjoying her first Swine show today with us. So let's give Claire a warm welcome.
Kurt is back. What are we doing? We got it ready?
Pigs are washed. We're ready to go. I'm absolutely soaked. Everybody's having no one stressed. We're having fun.
Where'd you take him to? The hog wash?
The old hog wash.
What are they wet?
Yeah.
What's going to happen if they lay down?
You do the deep clean.
Deep
and
clean.
then about 5 classes prior, we're going to do the brush through and
Okay.
get them all oiled up.
Are they white, black?
White.
White.
Yeah, I think Chase has a black one. Liv's got the white one.
Okay. We're at
Start
our
with the young
last
lady there on the
class,
far
Berkshire.
side, one that comes in the heavyweight class of Berkshire Bears, and directly out of the gate, the big-chested, big-backed one that's fresh-bodied, bold in that one's center, still good in terms of that one's presentation and look from the side. Has still got mobility and comfort level when you take him to the service. Overall, blends together and is the most combination bear within this particular class. One that comes out in 2 has got one that's certainly broad and stout and wide when you get directly behind that particular animal. Has got just a shot too much stifle, wants to get a little too far out there on the corners, a little more bland in terms of that one's just shape and power up high. Young lady that ends up in 3rd, one that's a little taller framed, a little flatter in that one's body shape, wanting to get a little age showing right there in his crest. Is he starting to pop his chine just a shot? Need to have a little more horsepower there within that guy to move up in this class. We round out with one here that's got some length, has some look, some structural integrity, but still gets a little too flat and a little too dry right there in that one's center body. Congratulations, our last class of Berkshires.
Katie
Class
Maldini.
21 Berkshire Barrel placing.
Berkshires.
First, Katie Maldini.
What I call it.
Second,
he called it
Brock
Berkshires.
McCartney.
Oh.
Third, Stella
He went to
Palmer.
college for it.
Well,
And
that's true.
4th, Colby Fuller. We will now be exhibiting for our champion and reserve champion Berkshire Barrow. From class 19, we have Jonas Coomer.
He's one of the Jonas brothers, Jonas Coomer.
Yeah, fact check that. Maybe. See, Lucas has an Alice Chalmer belt buckle on
I see
while
that.
he's the panel guys out here, the unspoken heroes of the show, keep it running smooth. We got Lucas Days and Joshua Days wrestling these pigs. Luke, with that belt buckle, when people tuck in their shirt to their belt buckle like that,
What's that say?
yeah, it looks like a 1988 Monte Carlo headliner. That belt buckle is the dome light. That's kind of what I see as I walk around the fair.
All right, class 19 is Jonas Coomer.
Ah,
Class 20 Berkshire Barrows. Our first place was Kingsley Carr. And class 21 Berkshire class winner is Katie Maldini.
see, I always look for the dimple right above the tail. That tells me it's a lean old hog. Yeah, look.
Our champion Berkshire Barrow trophy is sponsored by Funk Family Farms.
Family
Our
farm.
reserve champion Berkshire banner is sponsored by Brandon and Ashley Brown family.
So what we were on class 21 right now.
Class 21. How many classes do we have
Get out
today?
here for champion Berkshire Bear, 3 class winners that come with the right type of market hog fundamentals. Ultimately, won the show bear of the group. Young lady out of the last class, that's my champion. Congratulations to her.
He liked that one. Katie Maldini with the 278-pound
champion
Berkshire.
Berkshire Barrow
Berkshire?
is exhibited by Katie Maldini. That will bring Brock McCartney back into the ring.
And we won't see that hog for about 2 hours. And when it comes out to try to win the big prize.
For reserve, certainly amongst the trio, one that comes the next most fault-free, maybe just wasn't out there quite as in many areas. The young individual right here is going to be my reserve. Congratulations.
278.
Reserve champion Berkshire Barrow is exhibited by Kingsley Carr.
Kingsley Carr. We may see him again, or we may not. All depends if Maldini's Berkshire wins. Now we go to Chester White Barrow, just one in the class.
Chester White. I'm surprised surprised there's only one.
Avery Fuller. Droopy ears. I always think Wilbur is a Chester White sometimes, and then the cartoon makes him a Yorkshire at times with his ears perked up. I think that's a flaw on that cartoon that people won't catch.
It's hard to show emotion with a big face, so I think they chose the ears to show sadness.
That's true.
All white, durable, great for crossbreeding. State with the most pigs in it. A little trivia.
I know it.
Entering the show ring
Oh, with the
now
most
is
pigs,
class
Iowa.
22
No
Chester
doubt about
White
it.
Bear
Iowa, 24 million
with
hogs.
one entry exhibited by Avery
More
Fuller.
hogs than humans.
Least amount of hogs in their state.
You want me to pretend I don't know?
It'd be nice. It'd be good for the
Alaska.
show. Alaska.
I want to know who has a pig in Alaska, because it sounds like there's a few.
There's got to be a potbelly pig somewhere.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gabe Pranger.
I thought it was interesting. Iowa has more pigs than all the states in New England combined. Iowa just has a lot.
Yeah, about 1/3 of the U.S. total.
Jeez. Indiana's 5th.
Yep. 4.5 million.
We got 156 of them here in DeKalb County getting judged on by some
Got
man.
one Chester out here, long-bodied, extended one, still like that thing's raw muscle and design, and that one's upper skeleton for as much muscle and power as that one's got there up high. Get directly behind it. Would like to see just a little more horsepower and width there underneath, and maybe a shot sharper about that one's look, but I still think mid-body and just back line and spread that one has, I certainly deem ideal. Congratulations to this champion Chester exhibitor.
And you got to listen to the
Our champion
judge.
Chester White Barrow is exhibited by Avery Fuller.
Sometimes you listen to it and
We'll
then
now
you
be
can
going into our direct
show
barrel
it better.
classes. We have 3 classes, starting with class 23. Exhibitors are Fiona McHenry, Kayleigh Garden, Jonas Coomer, and Lane Snyder.
And by what I mean show it better, like if the judge mentions its length,
Class 24, Duroc
Then-
Barrows to the makeup arena, Finn Lance, Marcus Days, Brigham Yard, Maggie Maldini, and Lane Freeze.
then
Class
walk that
24,
hog
Duroc Barrows to the makeup arena.
slower, and it shows off its length. If the
Extend
judge,
it out.
Oh, yeah. If the judge is going to brag about it,
You want that
Then you
long
keep showing it.
strut.
or if he talks about your hindquarters, just keep showing him your butt.
Show them your butt.
Well, the pig's butt.
Forget about the pig. Start
Just shaking it.
shake it.
And that's it. You want to be about 15 feet away from the judge. Give him the best. And you don't want that. But that's not
No, he's doing good.
his.
Each of our champion exhibitors today will receive a hat from the Josh Clifford Memorial Foundation, and our Grand and Reserve champion exhibitors will receive a chair from the Josh Clifford Memorial Foundation.
We didn't mention the national anthem. Was that Carrie Underwood that we had?
Leanne Rhymes.
Leanne
She
Rhymes.
made an appearance
That
today.
It's one of the better county fairs around. I thought Leanne Rhymes sang the national anthem.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
So with the Josh Clifford Foundation, I'll finish what I had here.
Yes.
God took Josh way too soon, and although moments of sorrow remain, we find joy in continuing his legacy. Josh loved helping young 4-H members with their animals. He was a blessing to many, and the foundation will continue to bless the youth of DeKalb County for years to come. Proverbs 11:25 says, "The one who blesses others is abundantly blessed. Those who help others are helped." In today's world, the need of bless and help others has never been more important. We thank God for Josh, but as believers in Christ, we know that we will see his big smile again. If you would like more information, we can get that to you here shortly.
Young lady there in the pink's got my class winner and just got the show barrow fundamentals. Skin, hair, and presentation is on point for this young lady, and still within this class, the best built, squarest made one that comes with the most horsepower in terms of upper shape and spread right out of the backside of that one's blade. Still maintains balance and design extremely well within this particular drive, and then to set on a big leg, a foot and bone that particular guy has, and keep that structural integrity, certainly an added advantage in that particular hog. Individual that comes there in two has got one obviously very good built, off to the races the whole time within this particular class. for this individual, but in terms of spread and dimension compared to the other two, and then obviously the better footed one within this class, not as much just design and actual horsepower, and that one's upper skeleton as our class winner, but I still think a nice one to be in 2. Young man that comes out here in 3, a long extended bodied one. I like this one's look in the front 1/3. For me, he wants to get a little drier made up high, gets a little flatter, and that one's upper cage. We round out the class here with one that's got some great feature and bone work down low. Obviously, something there just wants to throw him off from a structural standpoint, doesn't want to keep its footing out here. Congratulations to that class.
There we go. Kaylee Ann Garten.
Placings for class 23
the
Durham
class.
Barrow. First place, Kaylee Ann Garden. Second place, Jonas Coomer. Third place, Lane Snyder. And fourth place, Fiona Montgomery. Entering the ring now is class 24 Durham Barrows. Finn Lance, Marcus Days, Brigham Yard, Maggie Maldini, and Lane Freeze.
Kaylee Ann's Duroc's name's Monty, after David Montgomery, who had the longest touchdown run last night in the Monday Night Football for the Lions.
Wow.
Big Lions fan.
Well, that pig is stubborn, kind of lazy, but loves the show ring. So I don't know if that's related to the name. I don't know if she likes David Montgomery or she thinks he's stubborn and lazy. But
He wasn't stubborn and lazy last night.
no.
She plays soccer and softball and rides side-by-sides. What are side-by-sides?
What we just rode in.
Oh.
Side by sides.
Huh.
UTVs.
I like side-by-sides too. Garrett.
She's a big fan of the Wipeout ride.
I've never rode that.
I don't feel like I have either. Elephant ears I can get on board with, but this Wipeout ride I don't think so.
Elephant ears are like, the cinnamon is good, but you're always tempted to try something different on it. But I don't know if I have.
That's where the funnel cakes come in. That's where you branch out.
Man, that's funnel cake's a lot of, what is that, breading?
Yeah.
Right?
Dough.
No. What we got here? Second class of our 3-class Duroc Barrow. We have Finn Lance, Marcus Days, Brim Yard, Maggie Maldini, Lane Freeze. We got something on Finn, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
What you got?
He's showing his cross right now.
Number 300, Finn Lance.
He's showing his cross right now.
No, showing his Duroc.
Duroc. Hammy.
Hammy.
Which is from, obviously, Toy Story. This is the Toy Story themed family. Purchased from the LaRue's Malcolm's Knots. Favorite food is pork burgers.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you didn't tell Hammy that. Fun fact, he was born in Wyoming. I
Heard of
that.
Yeah.
I know.
Seems like there's a little more to that story.
Well, his mom went to DeKalb High School, so I think maybe they were on vacation or something.
That's what I'm wondering.
A cliffhanger.
Yeah.
We'll get to the bottom of that.
I don't know if we will.
It's not a cliffhanger if I say, well, we're not going to figure that one out. So.
Okay. Second class, we got 261-pound, 266-pounders. We got a nephew out there in Marcus Days, 356.
356.
I'm just saying that's his number.
Yeah.
Everybody's dressed to the T, or dressed to the nines, as the judge may say.
To the nines.
I don't know if the judge is married, but I wonder if he can compliment his wife the way he compliments these pigs.
Oh, yeah. He's got the vocabulary. He's throwing it out there.
Like, my vocabulary is like, you look good.
You are attractive.
Very, very, very pretty.
Very nice teeth you have. Well, this guy is, you could stack a stack of dimes on that.
Oh, yeah.
That hock.
Just add a little nickel to it and get comfortable.
Boy, ground to hock, you look powerful tonight.
Well, he's winding them down. He's putting them in the pens. We still got a couple out there. We got Marcus Days out there still, trying to get first place to move on.
We're getting into a little bit of an endurance test with these pigs on this one, seeing which one falls apart. And I think Marcus is holding strong.
Yeah, horsepower.
get into this class of Reds and use the young man on the far side. Be honest, little husky for my liking out here, but still within this particular class. I think he's got to sort to the top of the class, keep priorities right, and in check for me. Build, balance, and design, and just body shape in that particular guy deems ideal. Big-chested, got lots of bone and feature down low. For me, obviously, need to take a little bit of the bark off of him to make him an easy class winner in my mind, but I still think quality rises him to the top within this group. Young man that ends up second in this class. I like that one's just body shape and condition better than our class winner. I like the appropriateness of just his pattern. For me, he got a little too round there off of both ends of his skeleton. His rear leg didn't work. Wanted to get a little swivelly from behind and not playing him down quite as true and square. 3 here that just exited has got one that's awesome design, great looking, and built for speed. Just got way too flat bodied and nondescript out here within this drive. The young lady that ends up in 4 has got one again. Same type of scenario, a really good looking one that's got good build, a little nondescript from a muscle standpoint, a little too soft and flat footed up front. Round out the class with one here that just needs some more body and more flesh down low. Congratulations to that group.
Placings for Class 24 Duroc Barrows. First place, Marcus Days. Second place, Brigham Yard. Third place, Ben Lance. Fourth place, Maggie Maldini. And fifth place, Lane Freeze. Entering the ring now is Class 25 Duroc Barrows. Ethan Young, Amelia Wagler, Joe Days, Graydon Pepple, and Ava Chrisley.
I thought that was the least compliments you could give a first placer.
Yep. Take the bark off.
Husky and take the bark off.
Take the bark off. Now, you're not going to change that within the next 15 minutes. So.
Well, you might see Marks out there running it. You're going to run for an hour. Take the bark off. Husky.
We will be taking a lunch break following Class 31 Yorkshire Barrows before we go into the crossbred.
So we'll probably take a lunch break around 11 o'clock. We'll come back with pork burger breath. Yeah, kind of a slap in the face.
Or the biggest compliment. You don't know.
True. Mom, is that you? Here we go. We got the heavyweight Durocs, 269 to 280. This is the last class. Then we'll have a battle of the top 3 classes to see who will be the champion Duroc barrow. Length of the shoulders.
See how nephew Joe Days is going to do out here.
I think he might have went to 4th.
Nope. Well, time to go get that wood-fired breakfast pizza.
We have Ethan Young out here, number 82.
Senior at Lakewood Park.
Yeah, plays baseball for him. The young boys really credit a lot to Josh Clifford Foundation, well, to Josh Clifford, and the reason why they show the Hogs.
Yeah.
Impact that was made.
If you want to be involved with the Josh Clifford Foundation, I'll give you the contact information here. If you look for him on Facebook, Josh Clifford Memorial Foundation Incorporated. I believe they helped the Chrisleys purchase a corn planter. Just a small arms. Just the startup farm corn planter, but that's part of what they do. Startup operations, they help you buy livestock, farm equipment through grants, so
that's awesome.
Starting a farm would be near impossible right now.
That pig looks like a Monty. Is that a Monty? Is that the name of this pig? I thought so. Kind of looked like one. Are you a Lions fan? Yeah, good game last night. That's just me coming off the mic, just having fun with the kids.
Yep.
Or the judge says kiddos, which is probably my biggest pet peeve in all of the world.
Really?
Oh,
I thought I was the only one.
Oh, I can't handle that word.
I can't stand it.
That shows you that when I talk about deal breakers, if I talk to a girl and she says kiddos, I'm out.
If the teacher says kiddos, I'm logged out of the conversation.
But you can say it, I think, if you're kindergarten and first grade.
No, it's been ruined.
Nope, can't even do that.
Not for me.
Okay.
I'm over it.
Keep that in mind. The judge is not the only one judging. We're judging as well.
I don't know where that word came from in the last 4 years, but
Just adding things to it. Probably started with dominoes. With kiddos.
Get out here in this class of Reds and leave these three out here because I think without a doubt the deepest class we've had today, and certainly get me working just a little bit more and longer within these classes when you got three quality animals out here to this nature, and they all three come in differences, and you got to break them down, and ultimately the young man in the yellow's got the one that has to win this class, and that one, when you get directly on top of that particular barrel within this class, you could fit a 5-gallon drum in that thing's body shape. He's so bold and expressive right out of the backside of his blade. He feathers beautifully down into his forerib and lower lines into his body wall. He has got an arrogant look to the front 1/3 of his body. When you study him from his blade forward, that type of skull shape still sitting good on the top side of his crest. Ultimately, his build alone deems him ideal within this class, and still you get right behind him, you watch him come and go. He's a good-chested one that's still got some width and dimension there from behind. I think one that fits the package to a T within this particular class. Young man that ends up in 2 has got one. Mid-body section is my favorite part of this hog. He does have a neat look from the side if he was on the standstill. Mid-body, though, I like a lot. That is a big center. He's deep-bodied. He's got all the depth that you could want in one. His lines are incredible from the side. He's still got a neat look from blade forward. Ultimately, with having that type of look and the way that he runs uphill from the side, he is the straighter shouldered one of this initial pair. He needs to relax in his shoulder. He needs to set back there, be more comfortable up front. And ultimately, when you compare apples to apples between him and the one above him in this class, there's not enough true horsepower and shape in his upper skeleton from a muscle standpoint. He's got to have more. He gets a little shallower in his twist and lower stifle shape there from behind compared to our class winner. Initial look, this thing comes out of the gate, and I think we got one to start off this particular class. That's a stout mug. That's a giant back. He's got a lot of shape. For me, as the drive wears on, that hog ultimately breaks down. He's the shortest in terms of his stride from behind. He doesn't have as much comfort level when he hits the surface. We need to make him move and have more mobility there off of either end of his skeleton. But if you want to talk about his lines and his power and his upper skeleton, you could certainly tie into it because he's got a lot of neat things. One that comes into 3 there, just not enough to him compared to those ones above him. Wants to get a little plainer made. We round out the class here with one that just becomes a little flatter about that one's body shape. We need more condition and fluff on this guy. Congratulations. Great group of Red Hogs.
Placing for class
Ethan Young
25,
first.
Duroc Barrow. First place, Ethan Young. Second place, Graydon Pepple. Third place, Ava Chrisley. Fourth place, Joe Dave. And fifth place, Amelia Wagler.
Jonas,
We will now be showing for our champion and reserve champion, Duroc Barrow.
I'll
Class 23,
You're good.
Kalian Garvin. From class 24, Marcus Daves. And from class 25, Ethan Young.
All right, now to find
Get
the
these Reds
champion
back
Duroc.
out here.
Judge
Got
already
a
knows.
trio of them. A no-doubter. That one out of the last class is my champion.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
And the judge hinted how close it was in that last class. So my guess, we're bringing
Our
up the second
champion,
place
Duroc
one, which
Barrow,
will also be the reserve.
is exhibited by Ethan Young.
See if you go 2 for 2.
We bring that second back out of
There we
that
go.
class. As I talked, I thought it was a deep set. No way we can keep them apart. Congratulations to him on reserve.
Yeah. This isn't my
Reserve
first
champion,
short show.
Duroc Barrow is exhibited by Graydon Pepple.
14th, I think.
Our champion and reserve
Graydon Pepple.
champion banners for the Duroc Barrow are Nathan Farthington family and Cassie and Jason Brown family.
We only have one
Entering the
Hampshire
ring now
barrel.
is Class 26, Hampshire Barrow. We have one entry, Nora Chrisley.
Well, we're getting close to lunch. We only got 10 people watching us right now.
10. Jeez. Just put your name. We'll just talk to you individually.
Yeah, just shoot me a text and we'll call you, let you know what's going on.
The heck?
It's all right. I think most of the people here are going to watch it
They're
later.
waiting for after lunch.
So now,
High quality Hampshire male that comes out here. Bone and feature is in that one's favor. Still has a good look there from the side when he gets on the profile. For me, if you just want to add a shot more depth and lower 1/3 into that guy, you certainly can. But I think a nice representation. Congratulations, that young lady on Champion Ham.
There we go. Nora
Champion
Chrisley.
Hampshire Barrow is exhibited by Nora Chrisley. And the
will
banner
return.
is sponsored by Heim Farms.
Hereford barrows. The reddish. Light reddish.
Class 27, Hereford Barrows, is entering the ring now. Exhibitors are Grant McCartney, Maya Brown, Sky Franz, and Rylan Weinberg.
Rylan Weinbrenner won this last year, the Hereford division, when he was by himself. He's a little probably disappointed, like, whoa, now I got to go get somebody this year.
that's what we had with the Flemish Giant Rabbits. We were all alone last year, and this year they came to show. So
Never know.
Maya Brown,
Number 133.
hobbies, track, basketball, FFA, student
Mark
council,
Lance, please
Connect
make your way to the
Youth
makeup
Ministry,
arena with your landrace
hunting
barrels.
and fishing.
Class 28,
Never a dull moment.
Class
there.
28 landrace
She was the
barrels
champ
to the
spot
makeup
barrel
arena.
last year.
Class 29,
She
spot
wasn't, she
barrels,
showed
please
it.
be making your way to the makeup arena. Jay Albaugh, Nora Chrisley, Leah Martin, and Whisper Kranz.
Mom was a 10-year swine shower.
Yeah,
so
right back in my day.
we know who emailed this list. That was a sly move.
What
there.
about this? Favorite food, chocolate milk. Can't you get that at school every day?
I believe so.
I mean, that's just not my thing. The pork burgers is good.
It's a little different in the plastic bottles.
Her picks like drinking from the hose and eating marshmallows. And when we scratch them, they just lay on your leg. Who doesn't? Oh, his name's Watson,
The winner of this class will be our
after
champion,
Sherlock Holmes.
Hereford Barrow. That banner is sponsored by Sue Weiss, and reserve is sponsored by David Ann Crosser.
The Hereford Barrow, which is becoming more common at the DeKalb County Fair. Many years ago, I never saw them.
No?
And soon the red wattle will be taking over.
I don't know about that. So this pig was developed in Iowa and Nebraska during the 1920s from a Duroc, Chester White, and Poland China.
I see
bloodline.
it all.
So it went from a crossbreed to a purebred, and now it's recognized as a Hereford purebred. So you want 2 or more white feet on these pigs. Real intense red. Same
Get
as
out
the
here in this
cattle.
Hereford Drive, one class, and I think a pair of them that suit me well just from a dimension and body standpoint within the pair. Ultimately, one comes with a shot more horsepower and muscle. That's a young lady there on the far side. She's going to have my champion. You study those things in their upper skeleton. This one overwhelms the other one in terms of just natural muscle shape and turn over that one's 10th, and the way that that one feeds out of the backside of its blade, and ultimately the sharper looking one that's got more presence and look from the side. Individual that comes out here in 2 again rivals our class winner from a body shape standpoint, depth and just roundness to that one's cage and center. For me, that one gets a little plainer right there in its upper skeleton. Not as much horsepower there from behind, but we need to give that one a little more turn and a little more shape to that one's edges and its upper skeleton to rival that class winner. one that comes out in 3, a little smaller, and this one's type and kind. Ultimately, one that gets a little rounder off of either end of its skeleton. Just need to balance that guy up just a little to move up. And we round out here with a big outline, big framed one that's long-bodied, just gets a little flatter made, more nondescript. Congratulations to that group.
Our champion Hereford Barrel is exhibited by Ryland Weinbrenner. Reserve champion exhibited by Maya Brown.
Ryland Weinbrenner.
All right, now we got our land race barrow.
Now
Land
entering
race
the ring
barrel.
is class 28.
One of its
Land
own.
Race Barrel. We have one entry exhibited by Burke Lane.
This land race barrow is a biter, I believe. From what I remember at weigh-ins, I was warned he is a biter.
Golly.
So that means he's done it more than once. They don't call you a biter just for one incident.
Burke's out there all by himself, a seventh year in 4-H from Garrett High School. Soccer, welding, driving four-wheelers. Who came up with that name?
Young man has got a single entry out here, and one you like his forearm shape, the slope to his shoulder, his body shape, the way that he comes right out of the backside of his shoulder. Wants to get a little up right there, and his jump muscle gets a little steeper out of his hip, but still, I think one that's still got some power and still has some dimension. Congratulations to him and his champion land race.
Good job, Burke
Champion
Lance.
Land Race Barrel is exhibited by Burke Lance, and his banner is sponsored by Sue Weiss.
And they evolved it, though. They went from
Now
three-wheeler
entering
to
the show ring
four-wheeler to
is
side-by-side.
class 29,
Yeah,
Spot Bear.
the side-by-side has four
Our
wheels.
exhibitors are Jay Allball, Nora Chrisley, Leah Martin, and Whisper Crump.
The same guy that invited and created the fruit called orange. Just very creative. Spot barrow. What you got about spots? Or you want to do an advertisement?
Oh, we could, yeah.
Yeah,
So
let's-
again, the DeKalb County 4-H Swine Show is sponsored by Keystone Cooperative. Keystone's mission is to lead, serve, grow, embrace, and that allows the farmer-owned cooperative to annually invest over $1 million back into the program, such as the 4-H organization. Keystone, centered on you. Spotted. That's where we're at right now.
Oh, yeah.
White with black spots, not black with white spots. Easily confused. This is white with black spots.
What's a zebra?
That's an animal with a really long neck. Or no, that's a giraffe. I was trying to be a smart butt, and I still got it wrong. That's white with black stripes.
Oh, okay. Oh, here comes the swine superintendent.
That's a giraffe. I'm an idiot. All right.
Giraffe and a half in a cute suit.
It is named after the county of Gloucestershire. You know what else is Gloucestershire is popular for?
No. The boots?
No, I thought you had something.
Oh, no. But
Okay.
what are the boots called? Gloucestershire?
Galoshes.
Oh, okay. So probably came from the same company.
Intelligent, prolificity. Oh, it's profile. Okay. Hardiness. Mature weight of 600 pounds for the boars, 500 pounds for the sows. Critically endangered animal, 2,000 or less.
How smart are they?
Well, they're
Only
endangered.
33% of them can build a sufficient house.
And that's why they're endangered. I didn't know that.
Huff and puff. Blow your house down if you're not following with us. The spot barrow. Whisper Krantz. I have some stuff on Whisper here. Whisper's DeKalb, 5th year. She showed rabbits yesterday.
Class 31,
She won best
Yorkshire
breed of
Barrows.
rabbits.
Please make your way to the makeup arena.
Her favorite
Ashton
variety is the
Chittenden,
Scrambler.
Bentley Kraft,
Oh,
Bo
that's
Freeze,
good for you.
Knox Kellum, and Kayleigh Garden.
Oh,
From the side, has a good presence about that one. Really, really good about that one's build. Unfortunately, with as good as that one is in its build, it gives up a lot of horsepower from a muscle and shape standpoint. Too flat in that one's stifle. Not as much bulk and spread up high in that one's upper skeleton. Got to open that one up all the way throughout. Young lady right here directly in front of me has got one that just gets a little off balance for me, a little steeper hip, not as sharp about that one's look. I do like that one's mid back line and that one's shape right out of the back side of its shoulder. Does get a little short about that one's step, not as neat about that one's look.
4-H ATV Club.
About 11:40-ish. We can talk to Claire
Entering
here.
the ring now is Class 30 Yorkshire Barrows. We have Addison Peppercorn, Corbin Ussery, Kirsten Haynes, and Bay Lance. Knox Kellum from Class 31, please make your way to the makeup arena. Knox Kellum, we need you in the makeup arena.
All right.
2 classes of Yorkshire. Then we have lunch. And then we go, when we come back from lunch, it's the crossbred barrow. Once again, just like the gilts, we put them all together for the grand champion hole.
Here we go.
So we have Addison Peppercorn, Corbin Ussery, Kirsten Haynes, who's a 10-year member. Kirsten's a Purdue freshman studying agronomy, which is the science of soil and crops to provide food. Graduated from East Side, played volleyball and track in high school. Showman 2 years in a row. She won Supreme Showman 2 years in a row.
Huh.
Pretty big deal.
Well, it shows
Taking
pig's right where it needs to be.
taking a day off.
Pig's taking a little dump out there. All right.
So she's Supreme Showman, and
Yes.
she's touching her pig. So I
Getting to the first class
think
of
it's
Yorks
okay.
here. Easy front runner, young lady in the colored up shirt's got my class winner. That's a
Just
show
one
bear
class.
look about him. Great in terms of his build, his fundamentals at the surface, start him from the ground up. He's certainly got that in check right at the beginning, and then he builds a beautiful back line laid into him. Still an awesome length to his hip, his comfort level out of his skeleton from behind. Still a neat look from blade forward, and still you get right on top of him. Plenty bulky and spread and dimension over his top line into his mid body. I think a real nice Yorkshire to start off this particular class. We get here into 2, 3, and 4. I think they can get a little closer. Young lady here closest to me in the blue checkered shirt's going to end up in 2. I thought ultimately that one had more body shape and spread all the way throughout compared to the rest of them in this class. Didn't have quite the look and presence as the one that started off this drive. Young lady there on the far side is going to end up being in 3rd. One that certainly is pretty athletic. About took me out there to start off the class, but one that's got some spread and dimension, doesn't have quite the look and presence as the rest of them. We round out with the young man's that gets a little off balance, a little more moderate in its frame score. Congratulations to that group.
There we go.
Placing for Class 20 Yorkshire Barrow. First place, Kirsten Haynes. Second place, Bay Lance. Third place, Addison Peppercorn. And fourth place, Corbin Ussery. Now entering the show ring is Class 31 Yorkshire Barrow. Exhibitors are Ashton Chittenden, Bentley Craft, Bo Freeze, Knox Kellum, and Kaylee Garden.
Our last class of Yorkshire. As Kirsten Haynes waits to see who she's going against here.
So we're in the 252 to 280 range here. Pretty big leap. 254 is middle of the road, but then we go right to 273 with Knox Kellums.
Kaylee Ann Garten has the big 280. Barry is the Kaylee number 334's barrow. Cute and fit him. Loves his belly scratches and daily pedicures and marshmallows. Daily pedicures? What?
Really? Huh.
What kind of hog barn is this?
254 is middle of the road. How much meat do you actually get from a 250-pound pig?
I don't know that one. Tell me.
On average, about 57% of a hog make it from the pen to the pan. So a
Okay.
250-pound pig, about 144 pounds of retail cuts.
Huh. That's a fun fact.
28% inedible product.
What's your favorite? Mine's tenderloin.
Yeah, pork loin.
Pork loin.
I don't even know
pork
what
is-
second is.
Pulled
Ham?
pork's up there, and that's usually the shoulder.
Or butt.
Yeah, that's what's odd. Boston butt, but it's the shoulder.
But
More interesting stuff. Can't learn that in school. Our last class of Yorkshires, then we bring it out. It'll be a battle of two. I always call side-by-sides gators.
Yeah. UTVs, utility.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
terrain vehicles.
When I went to Aruba, well, that was the best part of Aruba. We rode a side-by-side around the island. Best part.
pig show commentary pays well, folks.
I'm going up Friday to Chicago. I bought tickets to go to the top, 103 stories up.
I don't know about that.
I don't either. I'm
think I
scared,
like
but I spent enough money that I gotta do it.
That makes my tummy hurt.
And I'm gonna get tickets to medieval times.
That'd be fun.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think my daughter's gonna enjoy it as much as I will.
Cable guy made that.
Oh yeah,
That popular.
and that's why I'm wondering if it's that good.
Young man directly across from me, he's got my class winner and one that comes great in terms of bulk and mass and power within this class. One compared to the rest of them opened up off of both ends of his skeleton the best. He's got the most dimension underneath. He's still the boldest out of the backside of his shoulder compared to the rest, and still possesses a look out here with some comfort level. And when you get right in behind him, the best in terms of his stifle shape and the way that he's built there from behind. Individual that comes into two here from that one shoulder back to his hip, I like a lot of things about. A neat looking one from the side that possesses a really good look. He's balanced up very well. He's bold in his body shape. He's got good depth from the side. He's a little forward and a little longer bodied in this class for me. Not as comfortable on his front feet. Wants to get just a little soft and a little ouchy up there, but he's got a good hind leg laid into him. Not as much power when you get directly behind that guy as the one that starts off this class. Individual that comes out in three has got one kind of like the one in two. Wants to have a good look from the side. He's not as comfortable in his shoulder angle, the way that he's designed up front. He wants to naturally run downhill. He gets a little steeper. I thought when he got right in behind the pair of 2 and 3, this one got a little flatter from behind there. He's a little plainer right there in his pin set. He's a little flatter in his stifle shape. He just needs to have more horsepower there from behind. And we get the young ladies that comes out next. I really do like the design of this particular bear. He's fighting an injury there up front, wanting to just shuffle and ski on the front 1/3 of his skeleton. Great looking, great design from the side. Just fighting that injury there. We round out here with one that's a little shorter and more moderate to the ground. You get directly behind that guy, a little too bow-legged. We got to bring him back inside of himself. Nice class of Yorks. Looking forward to get you a champion. Let's give him a nice hand.
Class 31, Yorkshire Barrel placings. First, Bentley Craft. Second, Knox Kellum. Third, Bo Freeze. Fourth, Haley Ann Garden. And fifth, Ashton Chittenden. We will now be showing for our champion and reserve champion Yorkshire Barrel. From class 30, Kirsten Haynes. And from class 31, Bentley Craft.
Okay. Our last class right here till lunchtime.
Get a pair of these Yorkshires out here, and I think they fit very well and come together very nicely. Ultimately, I think one possesses the look, the build, the natural foundation, and still has the right type of muscle and shape. Young lady's got my champion. Congratulations to her.
10-year 4-H'er Kirsten
Champion
Haynes.
Yorkshire Barrel was exhibited by Kirsten Haynes. And that banner is sponsored by Craftsworks LLC. Entering the ring now from class 31, from 30, is Bay Lance.
Drop that second back in here, and another one out here that rivals our champion. Not as neat looking, blade forward, not as extended
Not as
there,
neat.
hit back, but I still think one that comes with a lot of power, a lot of muscle, and all the intangibles. Young man's other class winners, my reserve. Congratulations to him.
Our reserve champion, Yorkshire Barrel, is exhibited by Bentley Craft, and his banner is sponsored by Jeff and Cindy Campbell.
Bentley Craft.
We will now be taking a lunch. We will reconvene, starting with our lightweight cross barrows at 11:45.
All right, 43-minute
11:45,
break.
We'll begin back with the show.
11:45. See you back here. We'll do the crossbred. We'll probably we got
Have some special
10
guests.
classes and some special guests.
Special
Miss
guests.
DeKalb County gonna be hanging out with us.
How about that?